Okay, but first, let me just throw a couple problems up here. At some point I have to take attendance. We should all be back here now, right? I mean,
I think Abby might show up. She said she would.
okay, well, she was kind of slow right now.
Yeah, I think her mom's working or something, so
Okay.
that's why she'll be here in a second though, I think.
All right, here we go. Just throwing up here a problem. And our job is to find the center and the radius, okay? So what do we do? This is what we were gonna quiz over today, we're gonna quiz over tomorrow. What do we do? So we group our x's and y's, so there's my x's, and when you do the grouping, leave a blank for both. And then whatever the blanks are over here are gonna be the same as over there, right, everyone? Okay, now, fill in the blanks. How do we do that?
Half and square.
Half of 6 is
3.
3, and 3 squared is
9.
9. Both sides. Half of 12 is 6, squared is 36. Both sides. These should be something squared, and these should be something squared. That's what the equation of a circle looks like, right? So, what's going to be in this parentheses? It's going to have an x, and it's going to be a plus, and it's going to be 3, because 3 squared is 9. What's in this one? Y minus 6. And what's all that? 53. Add them up. So your job was to find the center and the radius. What is it?
Center is -3, 6.
-3, +6. And our radius is?
Square root of 53.
Square root of 53. Absolutely perfect. Okay? All right, so that's one question. The other question is backwards. I'll give you the center and the radius. And you are going to write me the equation. All right? This one, there really isn't any work to do. Like here we had to do stuff. Here we kind of just write it out, right? What is this going to look like? We just write it out.
X minus 5.
X minus 5 squared.
Y plus 1.
Y plus 1 squared equals what? 51. Remember, this number is always r squared. So just like this right here was r squared, so the radius was root 53. If the radius is root 51, that's it. Okay, you got it? Now, while we're in review mode, let me throw another problem at you and see if you can do this one. Not a circle. How do I know that's not a circle? They have to both be squared if it's a circle, right? They have to look like this. When only one of them's squared, what is it? It's a parabola. So, review. We are reviewing. What do you remember about this parabola? Remember, the things we have to be able to find are the vertex, the axis of symmetry, the focus, the directrix, and the focal width. That's the list of stuff. So what can you tell me right now about this parabola?
Opens to the right.
Somebody said it opens to the right, and that is correct. Yes, we got it right. Y squared positive is right, but I need to know my starting point. Where's my vertex?
4, -1.
Perfect. 4, -1. Remember, when you write a point, it is always x first. So you've got a parabola. Here's the vertex. opens to the right. Alright, so tell me anything else you know there in that list. Focal width is 16 because that number right there is the focal width. What else can you tell me?
The axis of symmetry.
Axis of symmetry is the line where y, this is the y-axis, y equals -1. My focus is always inside the parabola, right guys? And I can tell you where that is if I know how far to move over.
4.
I'm moving over 4 because this number is 4p. So if 4p is 16, p is 4, that's what we call p, that distance right there. So you're gonna have graph paper, I realize you don't now because we're just reviewing. Maybe you found some, I don't know. But if we start at 4, right here, 4 -1, and we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, where are we gonna be? 8, -1. Now, the cool thing is, if we went right for our focus, we're gonna go back 4 for the directrix. So if I start here and back up 1, 2, 3, 4, aren't I actually right here? It crosses the x-axis at 0. So this is the line where x equals 0. Your directrix is x equals 0. Okay? All right, so that's review. That's kind of everything we've talked about pretty much up to this point. Now we're gonna look at our notes, and I know you get lunch today, folks. I know that. I am watching it, and we're going to go at 12 minutes, all right? So hang in there for 12 minutes. All right, so x squared over 25 plus y squared over 36 equals 1. So first we reviewed our circles and we know what those equations look like. Then we just did a parabola. This is what the equation of an ellipse looks like. Notice that there are no parentheses here. There's nothing like this. Which means what about the center of this figure?
Origin.
It's at the origin. So you gotta start with your center. Now I believe our next example, which will probably be our last example, is gonna move us off the origin. But we're gonna start at the origin this time. Now, who remembers what that 25 tells me? We talked about this yesterday. What's that 25? I'm gonna go 5 which way? Left and right. Now, how do I know I'm going left and right? Because the 25 is under the x, and x is this way. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5, 0, 5, 0. And then what does that 36 tell me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 4 points are called the vertices. So the directions say, you know how we had this list of stuff for our parabola? In your list of stuff for an ellipse are the vertices. And the vertices are simply those points that you connect to get the shape. So you go up and down, sideways, those are the vertices. Ellipses also have a major axis and a minor axis. And how you tell which is which is how. How do we know which one's major? It's the biggest one. It's the longest one. An ellipse will always have a long one and a short one. That's what makes it an ellipse. So which one's longer, vertical or horizontal? Vertical. How long is the vertical axis? not 6, it's actually 12, because I went up and down 6. So my major axis is 12, and my minor axis is 10. Would you agree that the closer those numbers are together, the more circular the figure is? Yeah. All right, one more thing to find and then we're done. Ellipses are so easy. One more thing, we need to find the focus points, the foci. Anybody remember what I told you yesterday about the foci? It was right at the end of the period. Well, to find the distance from the center to the focus, so this is a distance, center to focus, I subtract my denominators and take the square root. So 36 minus 25 would be 11, so it's just gonna be the square root of 11. Now, that's the distance from the center to the focus. Well, where are my focus points? I mean, just generally speaking. Are they this way or this way? They're up and down, because the foci are always on the major axis. So I don't know where they are, we're getting ready to figure that out, but they're on here somewhere. That's the major axis, and your foci are always there. This tells me that I'm gonna start at my center and go up the square root of 11. So put your pencil right there, that's 0. And go up an amount. I don't care what the square root of 11 is, just go up an amount. Root 11. What will be the coordinates of that point? Look at where your pencil is. Won't that be 0 square root of 11? And if you go straight down, this one's going to be 0 negative square root of 11. We're done. One more, and you go to lunch. Okay? Hang on. You can do this. You're all starving to death. This is about what food lunch is always, isn't it? I mean, doesn't seem like it's that much different.
12:40.
Yeah, so it's a little later. Okay, so x minus 1 squared over 1 plus y plus 2 squared over 9 equals 1. Now, first of all, you gotta be able to look at that equation and know that it's not a parabola. Am I right? Yeah. It's not a parabola and it's not a circle. This is the equation of an ellipse. Something squared plus something squared equals 1. That's an ellipse. Where is my center this time?
1 negative 10.
1 negative 2. So everything starts at 1 negative 2. Use your graph, you guys. Just count. What does that 1 tell me? I'm gonna go sideways 1. The square root of 1 is 1. So I'm gonna start right here at this point and move this way 1 and this way 1. Now, by looking at your grid, you should be able to tell me what the coordinates of this point are. What is that one? 0, negative 2. What's this one? 2, negative 2. I'm the center. Go 1 this way, 1 this way. That's it. Now, what does that 9 tell me? Go up 3 from the center now, from the center. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Put your pencil on your center and count up 1, 2, 3 and tell me what that point is. What is that point? If I go straight up 3 from my center, aren't I at 1, 1? And if I go straight down 3 from my center, I would be at 1, negative 5. Count the boxes, right? These 4 points that I'm getting ready to connect are my vertices. So if this were a quiz, there would be some blanks over here to the side, and you would have to tell me what the center is, well, you already did that. And then you would tell me what the vertices are, and it would be all 4 of these points. This is my major axis, because it's longest. How long is it? 6. Then you go up 3 and down 3, so it's 6. This is my minor axis, and it is, whoa, it's what? 2. Didn't we go this way 1? So your major is 6, your minor is 2. Now, where are your foci always located? On the major. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm just going to put them on there. And now I need to figure out what they are. Okay? This is not hard. What's our little formula-like deal? The center to the focus in this problem is going to be what? The square root of 8? Subtract your denominator, which happens to be 2 radical 2. We like to reduce, so I'll do that. Now, don't get confused. Use your logic. You start at the center, and I'm going to go straight up to root 2. This point is not going to be 2 root 2. Because I didn't start at 0, I started at -2. So this point is 1, comma, -2 plus 2 root 2. So you're starting at -2. That's where your pencil is right now, -2. And you're going up 2 root 2. And then you're going to start at that same point and go down 2 root 2. Oops. -2 minus 2 root 2. So we went -2 plus 2 root 2 and -2 minus 2 root 2. That's a little tricky, I get it. Luckily, we got plenty more examples we'll work through. All right, let me take my attendance real quick, and then we will head out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we literally just.
No.
Sandy,
All right, so you guys that came to class like you were supposed to, now you're going to lunch.